Welcome back everyone. As you guys know, Xbox yesterday just announced the Xbox Series S. And this is some crazy stuff because we've seen the Xbox One X, we've seen the One S, and it's very interesting that Microsoft is releasing both of these consoles at the same time, allegedly, hopefully, where the Series S could potentially be $299 and the Series X could cost $499. So that's one of the bigger differences right there that I had to get out right in the beginning of this video. The price tag between these is justifiable, I think, in my opinion, for the performance and pretty much what you're getting from these consoles. Now the weird thing is that with the PlayStation 5, I'm really curious of what Sony's going to do, if they're going to release, the all digital version, if they're going to release the digital PS5 without the CD slot for cheaper than the standard PS5. I don't know what they're going to do about that, but I guess we'll see what happens. So there's about a $200 difference between these two, but some people might want to go for that $499 Series X. Some people might want to go for the Series S, so hopefully I can kind of do this quick comparison to kind of make you guys make sense of it. Now, the design is a little bit different on both, as you guys can see. The Series X obviously has this box, this pretty thick box type of looking thing to it. Microsoft has said that it's about 60% bigger than the Series S, and the Series S is about 60% smaller than the Series X. So that's a pretty big difference between these two. In my opinion, the Series S kind of looks better, but it also looks a lot different because you do have that whole kind of, I don't know what they were trying to go for with that top design. I don't know if it's like a thing for the fan or something. I have no idea. But with the Series X, it kind of looks like a gaming PC in a way. It looks like a dedicated console, which is something that I really like. Obviously, the Series S looks like a dedicated console too, but I kind of like the design of the Series X for sure. And it's bigger, it has more space. But a huge proponent of the Series X is that it does have that CD slot. The Xbox Series S does not have a CD slot, and you might think that's not a big deal or whatever, but do keep in mind that these consoles do have backwards compatibility for the One games as well as the 360 games, some of them apparently. So if you don't have the digital copies of those games, you'll probably have to rebuy those games for the Series S, unless you can somehow get a copy of it, with those CD that you own. I don't know how the process is. But with the Xbox Series X, you do have that CD slot capability, which is really important. So that's a major difference right there. You have to determine, if you're coming from an Xbox 360 or Xbox One and you don't have that many games and all you do is play Fortnite and stuff, then going to the Series S is okay. It's not a big deal. But if you have a huge catalog of games that are in CD form, going to the Series X will probably end up making more sense rather than you having to rebuy all those games. So that's another major thing right there. In terms of performance and everything, we really don't know that much about the Series S. We just know that it's probably not going to be as performance heavy as the Series X, but you can still do 4K at 60 frames on both consoles. You do have the capability of doing 8K in the future on the Series X. Microsoft didn't mention that on the Series S, so we don't know if it's going to come with it or not. But on the Series S, you can still do 4K at 60. You can also do 1440p at 120 frames per second as well, which is really cool. That'll make everything look so smooth, and I personally like that. I love those type of things so much, and definitely when it comes down to it, they're both going to be very good. The Series X will probably end up being the better one for sure. The controllers are about the same as well, as far as I know. I don't think there's any, advantage going for the Series X or Series S. There just seems to be a color difference. The white one goes with the Series S. The black one goes for the Series X. They both have SSDs in them as well, which is really huge. Apparently the Series X does actually have faster SSD speeds from what I've been hearing and what I'm reading from Reddit and all these different places. We will have to go and wait to get these things in-house and then go ahead and test it further. But as far as I know, maybe that's the case, but I still think the Series S will be a very fast performing device as well. And those are pretty much the main differences as far as we know right now. I definitely do think the Series S and Series X have more in common than they don't. So if you get the $299 one or if you get the $499 one, you're going to be very happy with both consoles. I don't think you're going to, miss the other one more so. But I do think the biggest differences between these two, probably obviously, as you can tell, the performance, that's the main one. The Series X would be able to be a better performing console than the Series S. But the other thing to keep in mind is that you do have that disc slot on the Xbox Series X. You do not have that on the Series S. So definitely keep that in mind. But I guess we'll see what happens when these consoles officially come out. So that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.